سلام و درود، مسعود هستم. خیلی خوش اومدید چنل کیتاسیان. از اینکه با من همراه هستید، از شما مخاطب عزیز سپاسگزارم. از تمام عزیزانی که چنل رو روزانه سابسکرایب میکنن سپاسگزارم و بهشون خوش آمد میگم که به جمع خانواده کوچک ما اما رو به رشد ما پیوستن. مطمئنا در این چنل شگفت زده خواهید شد از نوع محتوا، یک چیز متفاوت و جدید خواهید دید. مطمئنا شما مثل بقیه دوستان پاور خواهید شد و عجیب. بیشتر از این پرحرفی نمی‌کنم دوستان. امروز براتون یک مستند حقیقی از یک چنل معروف و ماورایی پیدا کردن، فوق‌العاده خفن، فوق‌العاده عالی، به قول معروف برگریزون. این مستند 3 ساعت و خورده‌ای زمان داره، یک کله. کسی که این مستند رو درست کرده، این چنل رو داره، به ماورا علاقه‌منده ولی باوری نداره، یعنی نداشته تا قبل از این مستند و تحقیق که تمام نگرشش، تمام دیدش فرق کرده به خاطر اتفاقاتی و نوع انرژی و نوع موجودی که در این ویدیوی 3 ساعتی اتفاق افتاد. پس با من همراه باشید تا آخره. یه نکته عرض کنم دوستان، چون ویدیو 3 ساعته من مجبورم در چند پارت براتون بذارمش. سعی میکنم پارتای زمان بالا باشه، 30 دقیقه 40 دقیقه. اگر ببینم حمایت کنید داخل کامنت ها و لایک کردن، مطمئناً 3 پارتشو پشت سر هم دیگه میذارم سریالی، چون فوق العاده جذابه. هر چی جلوتر میره این مستند جذاب و جذابتر میشه. اینو من به اعتبارم رو میذارم وسط که فوق‌العاده است، فوق‌العاده است، فوق‌العاده است. پس اگر حمایت کنید پشت سر هم دیگه روی یک هفته، یک روز در میون براتون میذارم که لذتش رو ببرید مثل یک سریال، ولی سریال و مستند حقیقی. بیشتر از این پرحرفی نمی‌کنم، بریم چنل رو ببینیم. عزیزای دل، همونجور که مشاهده میکنید صفحه اول چنل خوب فایل های پارانورمال هستیم. البته ترجمه فارسیش میشه فایل های پارانورمال و چنل اصلی داخل پرانتز چنل اصلی. این شخصی که میبینیم فوق‌العاده عاشق ماورالطبیعه است ولی هیچ باوری نداشته تا قبل از این مستند، چون اتفاقاتی افتاده و نیروهایی درگیر بودن یا موجوداتی که دیدش و نگاهش نسبت به ماورالطبیعه عوض کرده. با اینکه خیلی تجارب و مستندهای عجیب غریبی داشته که در آینده بیشتر براتون خواهم گذاشت، ولی این نگاهش رو عوض کرد. پس با من همراه باشید. حمایت یادتون نره تا منو ترغیب کنه براتون پشت سر هم دیگه و رگباره اینو براتون بذارم. بیشتر از این پرحرفی نمی کنم. لایک یادتون نره، بزن بریم.
Let's go!
Only place I've ever been in, 200-300 investigations, I feel confident saying this is evil. There's an evil in this house.
What's up, everybody? It's Colin here. Now, on the Paranormal Files, oftentimes we cover dark subjects, dark investigations, dark entities. Tonight's video is a bit different. This is a warning to all of you who are about to watch this video. This entity that we're dealing with at the Sally House, it's not a little girl. Apparently, this entity is evil, it's dark. It has driven people to consider murder, to think of killing their partner. Investigators have told us many things about this entity, one thing being that it likes to travel. So, if you're afraid of being haunted, if you're really genuinely afraid that this video might be able to affect you in that way, which I think it might be able to, since we're here asking for it to, I advise you to turn it off now. If you want to open yourself to this, continue with caution, but tonight we are here in Atchison, Kansas, at the notorious Sally House, and welcome to the Paranormal Files. Please proceed with caution because viewer discretion is advised.
بشنویم قبل از این مستند این شخص چه دیدی داشته.
My name is Colin Brown. I'm a paranormal investigator,
جناب
documentary filmmaker. I like to cover stories that bring light to injustices. I like telling history. I love the paranormal. One big thing about my channel has always been that I don't believe in demons. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just personally am not religious. Lots of people are. That's totally okay. That's your choice. That's just It's been something that I've been trying to disprove in the paranormal field because
همیشه میخواسته رد کنه شیاطین، اجنه، اینطور چیزا رو اصلا رد میکرده، به خاطر همین هم چنل زده. ولی تو این مستند دیدگاهش تغییر میکنه. خیلی از کشورها رفته تحقیق کرده ولی میرفته به عنوان چیزی که رد کنه، متوجه چی میگم، ولی این کلا دگرگونش کرده. چقدر حرف میزنه.
This energy is just energy, you know, whether it's good or bad, residual.
میگه من اول این باور داشتم که اینا از انرژی خود انسانن، انرژی که مثلا من ترس دارم، از یه چیزی ترس دارم و این انرژی باعث این ترس میشه وجود که من بترسم. این دیدگاهش بوده نسبت به دنیای ماورالطبیعه. اما تکان دهنده است، ترسناک است.
And it's 100% real.
100% واقعی.
Month, ever since our investigation at the Sally house, Sally or whatever the entity is come on different investigations. It's almost followed us. We've all had nightmares. My parents have seen something in their house. I personally have
دنبالش بوده. وای من اینو اصلا
time with my mental health.
میگه تو یک ماهی که این دقیقه انجام دادم دنبالم بوده این نیرو، احساسش کردم، حتی والدینم دیدنش. وای میگه همه چیز بعد از این اصلا تغییر کرده، شده کابوس من. میگه چیزایی که دالا بهشون فکر میکنم واقعا الان واقعی هست.
Tickets to events and stuff. This is basically a video diary of my experiences on my journey with my family, the people I love, my friends. This is going to go down in history as I think one of the most disturbing videos I've ever released. I'm almost afraid to look back at the footage because of how it made me feel at the time. The activity that we captured in this video
یکی از آزاردهنده ترین ویدیوهایی که تا حالا گرفته یا دیده شده در تاریخ هم ثبت میشه. ببین چیه فقط.
This is a warning to those of you watching at home. If you're susceptible to these types of
کسی که تو خونه داره تماشا میکنه.
It's not worth it to watch this video, man. What you're about to see is extremely dark, shocking. I literally have goosebumps right now.
این ویدیو بسیار ترسناکه، دارکه، یعنی هم ترسناک، سیاه، یعنی
the true demon house.
وحشتناکه دیگه.
Our investigation at the Sally house. Welcome to the Paranormal Files.
یه استوب کوچولو کنم، یه توضیح کوچولو بدم واسه عزیزانی که تازه وارد چنل شدن. دوستان، ریاکت ما زمین تا آسمون فرق میکنه با بقیه دوستان. هیچ کس ما نفی نمی‌کنیم، همه عزیزن، همه نور چشم ما هستن، پیشکسوت ما هستن، ولی ما یه جورایی ریز به ریز، دقیقه به دقیقه نشون میدیم. جاهایی که ببینیم واقعا پرتی هستن در میاریم، میشنویم ریز حرفا رو و جایی هم که اگر نقدی برش وارد باشه وارد میکنیم. پس میشینیم با دقت تمام گفتگوها رو میشنویم. اگر چیزی از دید من پنهان موند لطفاً کامنت کنید و گوشزد کنید. بریم ببینیم. خانه سالی، آگوست 2021. زیاد ما رو همین 6-7 ماه پیش، 7 ماه 8 ماه پیش.
So we just got here and I noticed right outside the Sally house there's a bird that looked like it just dropped dead. Perfectly preserved. Looks like it just died like a couple minutes ago. There's nothing for it to run into around here. It just looks like it dropped.
نشونه بدیه.
And there's the house right there. Don't see any other dead birds on the street anywhere.
شما چی فکر میکنید؟
Right here in front of the Sally house. Weird. First time in the Sally house. We're just here doing drone shots. But
اون آقای هم که اونم خودش باز یه محقق جداگونه است که چنل هم داره. حالا باید از اونم براتون خواهم گذاشت. مثلا تیکا ویدیوهاشو داخل جستجوهای حقیقی گذاشتم براتون.
TV's on. What? Why is this on?
Oh, that is creepy down there.
Yeah.
Isn't that creepy down there?
Yes. Hey, that's where Courtney and I are gonna go. Yeah, right. Listen this
وای
time.
اومدن داخل ضبط روشن بود.
Play her some music. Down on the ranch and strawberry shortcake.
Song she likes?
Several investigative teams agree the missing entity may not be Sally, but an old woman who fell to her death on the basement stairs.
Teenage boy with the mind of an 8-year-old.
Sheesh. Yeah, just to explain to people, when we came in, the stereo was playing. It's like a typical like haunted house. Imagine if it started right now again.
Did y'all stop it?
Yeah, I stopped it. But like,
Weird. Was it just playing all night?
I don't know.
That was
I
really
don't know why you would.
دیگه وارد شدیم داشته دستگاه پخش ضبط پخش میکرده.
Oh, Sally's kind of creepy.
Is this stuff?
سالی فکر کنم این دختره است.
Used for the appendectomy?
داستانش واقعا من نمیدونم چیه، فقط میدونم
Elijah Collin. That's the head of Apex.
بسیار سر صدا کرده این مستند. فوق
This is
العاده.
the one place that he said he doesn't want to ever come back to. He's gone all over the country.
باز دوباره اشاره میکنم این خود این شخص یکی از محققای ماورالطبیعه شناخته شده است.
Just driving up here.
Really?
Yeah, he's like freaked to come back here.
Wow.
Yeah, he says it's like evil. They all when they were here he says like sure evil.
Gesundheit.
He just texted.
آه، عافیت باشه.
Sally. Ooh, she's creepy. You were feeling chills in here just a second ago?
Yeah, I still am. I'm feeling a little bit like again a little bit dizzy almost or something like that.
سرگیجه گرفته خود.
Isn't it kind of a little bit? If you look at this place, though, and if you start looking at, it's kind of like not
Yeah.
straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
it
something
is.
about it's really off.
ببین
The floor.
اینا
and
اشخاصی هستند که
Well, this table's tilted if you can see that. You know?
انقدر تحقیق کردن، انقدر درگیر بودن با این موجودات، با این نیروها، با این حالا هرچی انرژی ها که سریع حس میکنن، درک میکنن که این مکان درگیر است یا نیست.
Like 3 minutes out.
یعنی مثل من نیستن که مثلا تازه کار باشن، شناخته شدن.
In this guy.
Did you guys charge this battery all night that's in here?
I did.
It's on 50% already.
Really?
And this is a big battery.
I did charge that all night. And it was full. Was it actually on the screen half battery?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a
It's
video.
very
That's
strange.
weird.
Yeah. It's 100%.
Yeah, it's interesting because this was charging all night, and then you can see right there
Yeah.
the battery is already halfway depleted,
That
and
was-
it was full.
میگه
when I
تمام
turned it
شب
on.
داشته شارژ میشده تا اومدیم تو خونه دوتاش پریده. عجیبه.
Huh? Oh. It's like a clicking.
این صدا چی بود؟
Actually, I'm kidding. I have like some weird vibes here.
It's freaky.
I mean, really.
It is.
I don't think you can see this. Oh, there's something here. My hair is
ما بدنش سیخ شده.
Yeah, you got hell of goosebumps.
یا خدا.
There's like totally
ببین چی
a lot of stuff going on here. Oh my gosh.
پف کرده.
And this is what, 4 in the afternoon?
I'm actually a little bit sick to my stomach,
Well,
actually.
let's go out and meet him.
زده از خونه بیرون حالش بد شد. جالب شد. لایک یاد نره دوستان، لایک.
What?
My The camera card just reformatted in the camera. Are you filming that?
Yeah.
Look at this. While I was shooting the interview, the camera card may have just lost that.
رفت شارژش.
Yeah. Even the camera battery, we charged it all night long, and it had full battery. And then right when we stepped inside, it
شارژ الان دو
went
تا
down to half,
رفت.
like 50%. Weird.
That's very strange that just cannot.
Can you see if it's saved? No.
ببین من واقعا اعتقاد دارم به
She might be pissed on here.
که این موجودات از
Really?
این وسایل
Yeah, she's like, I haven't
انرژی
seen you in a
میگیرن.
while.
She's following.
خود من اون شب رفتم کار خیلی ضعیفی بود ولی به خاطر همین بود که اصلا چراغ قوام از کار انداخت. از یه جا به بعد خوب بود داشتیم میرفتیم بعد شد برگشتن از یه جا به بعد خوب شد دوباره.
Okay, so that's never happened to me ever
اعتقاد
filming the
دارم بازم
show.
داره میگم دوستان این اعتقاد
Let you guys know
منه.
what happened. We were filming,
چیزی
we
که
were
من
talking for
میگم
like 10 minutes.
100%
We
نیست.
just got
باور
through
من
all the
100%
history of the
نیست.
house. And then my camera glitched out and we just, all the other data, look at, all the other data on here is still here from us filming in New Orleans and everything.
Weird.
But the clip that we just shot is gone.
That's
It's
so
not there.
strange. Alright, well, start.
فهمیدی چی شد؟ کلان هر چی فیلم گرفته از بین رفته.
I've never seen that.
داشت میگفت که دوربینم تازه فرمت کردم تازه به قول خودم آپدیتش کردم کاریش کردم ولی الان دوربینش هنگ کرد هر چی.
My name is Elijah Buchholz. I'm with Apex Paranormal out of Kansas City, paranormal investigator.
And you've done hundreds of
گفت داخل
Done hundreds of investigations. We've been all over the country, some of the scariest places in the world, and we've been investigating the Sally house for the last 7 years or so, 7+ years, and this is the only place we will never return to.
Like, you're done forever.
We're done. Our last investigation here was 2 years ago. Through the years, every time we investigate, it's gotten more and more intense, and the last one got so bad that we just decided that's it. We just can't go back.
اینم خودش محققه میگه من تو 7 سال گذشته جاهایی رفتم که بکردن شاید دوباره رفتم فیلم برداری کردم تحقیق کردم ولی این تنها جایی که دیگه نمیخوام بهش برگردم
started making direct threats at us, started making
و
direct
عجیب
threats at
ترین
our
جایی که تا توش
family,
تحقیق
talking
کرده
about,
اینم یکی دیگه است اومده
we call her Sally, but talking about, I'm riding home with you, we're gonna be together, I'm gonna be in the backseat of your car, I'm going to, and we kept saying, no, you're not, that's not okay, no, you're not. Then it was, I'm going after your family, I'm going to live in your home. I mean, it was just, it was too much, it was just too much.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I guess let's go through the history of the house again with the stuff in the basement, people doing rituals and everything.
Okay. So the Sally house started off as a personal residence for a local doctor in town. The Sally story actually is related. You want me to do that all together?
Yeah.
The Sally story actually is related to that doctor. The story goes that Sally was a little girl in town. Her mom brought her here to the doctor when she was having severe stomach pains. Doctor determined she was having appendicitis and did an emergency surgery on his kitchen table, and she bled out and died on the table, and that it's Sally's ghost is who haunts this place. Through the years, after the doctor passed away, his family passed, the house went through several different families. It was always a private residence up into the 1990s when Deb and Tony Pickman lived here, and they really made the Sally house famous because of all the experiences they had. Lots of personal attacks, scratches so bad that they were bleeding from them, things being moved, voices. Tony at one point saw a little girl. He came home from work, opened the fridge, got something out, closed the fridge, and there was a little girl standing there. And he has a well-known drawing that he drew in
متوجه شدی چی شد؟ میگه افرادی که بعد از این جریانی که این دکتر اینجا زندگی میکرده مادر سالی به خاطر خونریزی معده‌اش آورده و اتفاقاتی که خون بالا آورده و خونریزی پیدا کرده و مرده دو تا شخص به نام پنتو مرد حالا اسمش فراموش کردن اونا این خونه رو معروف کردن اتفاقاتی براشون اینجا افتاده آزار و اذیتایی شدن از سمت سالی، میگن اونا میگن سالی، و زخمایی برداشتن که اینجا رو معروف کردن. جوری بوده که مثلا در یخچال باز میکردن، تو یخچال میزننش، در یخچال میبستن باز میدن ظاهر شد جلوشون. انقدر درگیره یا خدا. میگه یه نقاشی معروفی داره که به جزئیات، یعنی این 2 نفر اصلا سالی رو ندیدن، به جزئیات نقاشی رو سالی رو کشیدن، گفتن اینو اومد این داره ما رو اذیت میکنه یا خدا.
And it got to the point through the years again when they lived here that it was more and more oppressive, to where Tony was seriously considering killing his wife. And it got so bad that he was planning it out, plotting it, and was planning to do it, and that's when they decided we got to get the hell out of here, and they moved. They actually still live in town, probably just a few blocks over. I think 2-3 blocks over.
That's crazy that they're so close.
And they will tell you, if you talk to them, they'll tell you they can tell when people are here.
دوستان این داستانه داره کسی میگه که 7 ساله داره که تحقیق ماورایی میکنه، یعنی شناخته شده است، یعنی خودش سنده، یعنی سندیت داره حرفش. تا حالا به جز خود صاحب چنل 2 نفر دیگه همراه شدن. ببین چقدر
a bunch of urban legends about an old lady who was into satanic magic was doing rituals in the basement. There was a rumor that 2 teenagers that lived here were doing rituals down in the basement. I mean, who knows if either of those stories are true or what the truth is, but either way
there's something here.
There's something dark in this house.
میگه یه سری داستان دیگه است که مثلا یه پیرزن و 2 بچه هم شدن که اعمال شیطانی انجام دادن، شیطان پرست بودن. میگن داستان زیاده.
So what we found out through our research over the years is that
ولی مشخص نیست کدومشون درست سایی از همه محکم‌تره، مستحکم‌تره و سوای اینا یک چیزی هست در این زیرزمین اتفاقات داره میفته. حالا کاری به داستاناش نداره. به عنوان جن‌زده‌ترین شهر آمریکا شناخته شده. یه چیز توریستی ازش درست کردن.
What I think
یه
happened
منطقه توریستی جن‌زده ماورایی.
In the past, those stories are true, and it brought something in, or through the years, as people have come in and done investigations and have done weird things in here, that has brought something evil into the house.
Because yeah, if it's not a little girl, but people are seeing a little girl.
Yeah. So what we found is we've had experiences with a little girl. We've had toys moved. For a little girl voice, they come and play with me. Lots of things around a child. But there's no child in this house. What it is this dark entity trying to portray itself as a child. So it brings you in, brings you closer, makes you comfortable, and then it can attack you.
And we were talking, right before we started this interview, we were talking about how we wanted to get a psychic or a medium out tonight. And you said that nobody in the state will even come out.
Yeah, we've got a fairly well-known psychic that works with our team, and she refuses to come here. Sometimes we'll have her just do.
پسره اسمشم فراموش کردم داره میگه یک مدیوم همراه این گروه تحقیقاتی است که حالا خود مرد تعریف میکنه، میگه روانشناس. خب از واژه مدیوم استفاده میکنه، میگه روانشناس داخل تیم ما کار میکنه که دیگه حاضر نیست به این خونه برگرده. مدیومیه که حاضر نیست برگرده به این خونه و تحقیقش رو ادامه بده. ببین چقدر درگیره. واسه همین 3 ساعت و نیم زمان برده. یعنی 3 ساعت و نیم ازش محتوا در آوردن.
There are no psychics in the state, really.
There are no psychics anywhere in this area that I know of that would be willing to come and be at the Sally house.
That's spooky omen. Yeah. Wow.
If the psychics won't come, you know something's not right.
Yeah, right. Would you walk in there with us? and show us like a couple places where stuff happened to you?
Yeah, I think she's already pissed. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, true. We can go real fast. I just want to hear from you, like where stuff happened to you.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to if you don't.
No,
if you really don't want
to. As long
to.
as it's quick. I haven't been in here in a year.
Oh, wow. Do you want to go first?
So, like, I guess just the main things that have happened to you in here?
There's really not a space in this house where you haven't had stuff happen. The basement's kind of one of those spots that's well known. There's a black circle, and that's where they claim that the rituals happen. One of the urban legends is that somebody drew a pentagram on there, and they keep trying to cover it up. They try to paint over it, turpentine, all that stuff, and it just keeps showing back up. Again, I think it's just an urban legend. I don't think it's true. We've never had anything happen in the basement, other than one time I was down there and I heard footsteps up here, and we caught it on camera. So as soon as I got this really eerie, creepy feeling, and I was coming up, I was down there probably 45 minutes by myself. Nothing happened. I step on the stairs, I get maybe 1 or 2 steps up, and then I hear something step on the stairs behind me, and then I hear it following me up, and so I start running. I started running, and I hear it running up behind me, and
من انقدر جذابه باید استوب کنم بگم. میگه فضایی داخل این خونه نیست که اتفاق ماورایی نیفتاده باشه، یعنی نقطه سیاهی پیدا نمی‌کنی. و یک سری میگه من سری قبلی که بودم 45 دقیقه رفتم هیچ اتفاقی نیفتاده. موقعی که داشتم میومدم بالا انگار یکی داشته پشت سرم میومده بالا، نگاه میکرده میبینه کسی نیست. میگه پلار یکی دوتا اومدم بالا، باز دیدم داره میاد سمتم.
came running out through here into the living room yelling for my buddies who were upstairs. And when you go back and listen to the recording, you can hear when I'm on the carpet, you can hear the footsteps on the linoleum in the kitchen following right behind me. Yeah, so other than that, nothing's really happened in the basement. One morning we were here and we were actually doing a Facebook Live, so you can pull it up and see it, and just kind of talking about how the night before went. And you hear something jump off of the counter, boom, onto the floor in the kitchen, like super loud.
Man.
Almost like somebody would have been standing on it and then jumped off.
Yeah, we heard some movement in the kitchen.
You guys went outside, we're like twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where I didn't feel well.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
look, you see my hair standing up?
Right.
She really doesn't like that I'm here. Down here, you'll get footsteps. You'll hear lots of voices. There's times when we've heard somebody yelling from upstairs, like yelling to us, telling us to come up. You'll have your equipment going off down here. You'll see shadow figures. If you're outside the house, we've seen people standing in the window. You'll see them walking back and forth. We've had this radio in here turn on by itself.
What? When we walked in, that radio was on.
Way. It was on when we were here, when we got here.
So I'll tell you, so I told, I think I told Jeff outside, the very first time we came here to investigate, we were brand new, it was just some buddies having a good time, you know, we'd go places, we'd cut up, crack jokes, and have fun. The minute we came into this house, we were fighting, arguing, just
وای میگه وقتی داشتیم میمدیم این مستند رو درست کنیم با همون دوستش با اون همکارش، میگه فکر می‌کنیم یه جایی مثل لذت میبریم، جوک میگیم، مثلا این مستند رو درست میکنیم و میایم. میگه وقتی که وارد اینجا شدیم با هم دعوامون شده. با دستم آوردم جلو، الان صحنه چیز میشه کوچیک بزرگ، دعواشون شد، یعنی انداختشون درگیر، ذهنشون رو با هم دیگه وای حمایت کنید تا بذارن رگباری.
Picking on each other, angry. And the minute we leave the house, you just felt like this huge weight off your shoulders. You feel almost like this happy high, And as soon as you come back in, it's the same thing. Angry, angry, angry. Well, we ended up I don't even know why. We left to go get snacks or drinks or something. And we started driving around. We're like, hey, we're in Atchison. There's this cool cemetery. Let's go. I heard that.
Oh my god.
Serve a knock over there.
There's this cool cemetery. Let's go check the cemetery. So we drive to the cemetery, and then we're like, hey, no, let's go check this out. So we drive there. And let's go check this out. So we spent 2 hours driving around until we finally went, whoa. We paid money. We're here to investigate Sally House. And like unconsciously, we're trying to find other things to do so we didn't have to come back here. Because it's just, it's a lot.
What's the most active part of the house?
Okay, so this place is different. This is gonna be different than anywhere else you go. You are not going to get a ton of ghost activity, right? You're going to McIntyre tomorrow. You go to Mac, you're gonna get ghost stuff. Voices, footsteps, thing would move shut. You get a lot of that ghost stuff. You don't have that here. What you have here is more psychological, emotional. I've seen people that are in a great mood all of a sudden just tears streaming, bawling, crying because it attacks you. And it always attacks who it thinks is the weakest member in the group. That being said, I will tell you how you can get some of that stuff, but you'll probably have better luck if you don't do regular ghost hunting, but you call this thing out.
Okay.
I know you're not a ghost. I know what you are. I know, and call it out and call it what it is, and it pisses it off, and then, okay, I shouldn't have said that. And then it pisses you off.
نفهمیدم چی عصبانیش گفت میکنه. گفت یه کاری کنی شانستون بیشتره که عصبانی نشو اذیتتون نکنه.
One night we were investigating, and same thing happened. I had my oldest daughter investigates with us, and she was here, and we usually set up cameras, and we have kind of a nerve center on this table and run cameras through the house. And she was sitting here, she was totally fine. All of a sudden she started bawling. That's happened dozens of times that we've investigated. And I came down, I checked on her, I made her leave. The minute she stepped out of the house, she's feeling totally fine and back to normal. Later that night, we're trying to decide, do we sleep here or do we leave? And I made the comment, we're not getting ghost stuff. It's playing these games, these emotional, psychological games with us again. And as a parent, I don't feel like it would be responsible of me to allow my daughter to sleep here and stay the night here. So we need to go. Immediately after that happened, we started having ghost stuff. We hear somebody walk up the stairs. We hear somebody talking in the hall. We hear knocking on the wall. It was trying to perform so that we would stay here that night and that it could continue to, pick on us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere in the house, really.
So it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Biggest hot spots are upstairs. If you're down here, you'll get stuff from upstairs, but upstairs is where you really get good stuff. Everything from people have been pushed down the stairs, people have been picked up and slammed against the wall, to have you guys been up there yet?
Me and Mary.
Oh shit, okay. The kids' room, toys will move around, voices, shadows, doors will slam shut. We had one of my investigators was sitting on the kid's bed. You could physically see him sitting straight, totally fine, and over the course of about 30 minutes, you can see him kind of start to slump over, and he's laying down, and he says, man, I really don't feel good. Well, what's wrong with you? I don't know, I'm told, I feel like I'm gonna puke, I just feel terrible, I feel awful. And then we had some stuff happen. We made him leave the house. Again, the minute he left the house, he felt totally fine. And we got stuff. We got a ball to move in the kids' room. We caught that little girl's voice saying, come and play with me. It was like draining his energy so I could do things.
What do you think is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you? Anybody even you know in here?
Scary? The two scariest things, was that you?
What?
Did you not hear that voice? It was like a
I was just concentrating on something.
Yeah.
You might want to go back and listen.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Because it came right by you.
You heard it?
I've actually, I mean, is there anything like touching your legs?
Yeah, she had something feel like she had touched her leg.
You get touched. I've been scratched. I've had like a backwards 7 scratched on my back. Sitting in the chair up in the master bedroom. You'll get scratched, you'll get touched. Yeah.
I keep thinking, I keep looking at my leg because I'm like, what in the heck? I thought maybe I was like, there was a string on the couch or...
Really?
When you moved or adjusted or something, you kind of leaned, and then I heard a
الان میگه تو این صدا رو شنیدی داره میگه آره میگه چیزی به پات دست زد.
Okay, so scariest things. I'll give you 2 examples. They're kind of the same, but we were doing what's called an Estes session.
مدیومه خودش هم مدیومه.
Okay. So we were doing an Estes session. We were doing a double. So we had one person in the kids' room, one person in the master bedroom, and then we were down here asking questions. So Ed, one of the guys I investigate with, it started calling to Ed. Ed, where's Ed? Bring Ed up. Ed started going upstairs. They had no clue. These 2 people, you're blindfolded and you can't hear anything but the spirit box. As soon as Ed started coming up the stairs, they go, oh, here he's coming. Like, Ed's coming up, Ed's coming up. Later in that night is when we started getting responses through the Estes about we're family, we're coming home with you, I'm gonna ride the back of your car, I'm out front waiting for you, let's go, we're going to be together. And I can tell you this story, but to experience it was something different because it wasn't just the words, it was the feeling. It felt scary, it felt intense, it felt threatening. We repeatedly said, no, you're not. That's not okay. You're not coming with us. And then it started getting threatening. Yes, I am. I'll go after your family. Something about replacing your family. I can't remember what the wording was, but it was alluding to like, I'm going to replace your family. We're going to be together. And this wasn't coming from one person. This was coming from both. And you're getting different, sentences out of both of the people.
We always talk about how you can't convey that feel over the camera.
No.
That's what people don't get until you're in it.
No, and that's the worst part. Yeah,
that's the worst part.
I can tell you ghost stories until I'm blue in the face, but to be there, to experience it, to...
Like I just got... Like when you did your thing, I just felt something like go through here.
Eerie. Just eerie feelings. That was probably the scariest because it was personal, it was directed straight at us. It was very intelligent. It wasn't like... I asked a question, well, I think it said this. It was direct, immediate, like real-time conversation that we had with this thing.
Wow.
I'll tell you this too. Since then, that was the last time we ever came. After that, we said that's got to be it. That was around September, October 2 years ago. That following January, we were at McIntyre doing Estes, and Sally showed up. Started saying, where have you guys been? I miss you. We need to be together. We're family. Why don't you love me? And we went through 20-30 minutes of like, what is happening? Who is this person? Until we finally got it to say, it's Sally. And it flat out told us it's Sally, and we had to... My partner ended up in tears. Again, it's the feelings associated with it. My partner ended up in tears, and we had to shut that down. And that wasn't the only time. She has shown up 4 or 5 times, different places. She's shown up in Nebraska. She showed up in Rhode Island at the Conjuring House. Sally showed up. We did it with my partner Shannon was doing Estes. Sally showed up through Estes, and we thought, okay, maybe that's just Shannon. It's really Sally's coming all the way to Conjuring. So we had a local guy that was with us, paranormal investigator. We stuck him under doing Estes, and Sally came through again, or still. So she has followed us everywhere. I mean, I'd say probably every 3-4 months she shows up.
And to clarify, Sally's not the little girl.
Sally's not the little girl. We refer to the demon, if you will. We refer to it as Sally, just as a reference, a name
حتی اشک خانومش هم در آورده انقدر دیگه
I've been everywhere. This is the only place. This is the only place I've ever been in. 200-300 investigations. I feel confident saying this there's evil in this house. No.
میگه من 2300 تا تحقیق کردم ولی به جرات میگم در این خانه شب یعنی اون 2300
So one time we're here, we're filming a documentary about Sally House, and we left one investigator and the director upstairs in the kids' room while he investigated. She was filming. The rest of us left and we went to go get food or something to leave them alone. They were using a spirit box, an SB7, which shuffles through the radio stations and kind of makes that sound. And through the spirit box, a little child said, "Mommy?" And the director immediately started bawling, going, "I'm here, baby, I'm here, I'm here." And the investigator was like, "What the hell is going on?" So he just kept going. He didn't know what to do. He asked questions. Yeah, how old are you? The kid said 8. You know, a couple others, and she just got progressively more emotional and losing it. So he made her leave the house. About that time, we pull back up and see her bawling. I walk up to her. I'm like, what is going on? What's wrong? She said, "I have never told anybody this, but I had a son who was kidnapped and murdered when he was 8 years old, and that was his voice." It took probably a solid 45 minutes for us to convince her, your son's not here hanging out at the Sally house. That's this evil entity trying to bait you and lure you in and get you vulnerable.
فهمیدی چی شد؟ میگه یه خانوم که بچهش به قتل رسیده با یه دستگاه رادیویی که ما دستگاه ارواح که مثلا تو مستندی که این بالا میاد مال دوقلوی ماورالطبیعه هست خش میکنه ولی یه صداهای امواجی صدا میگیره. میگه یه صدا اومده، صدا پسر بچه گفته مامی. گو انقدر صدا شبیه پسرش بوده که این اصلا وهم برش داشته این پسر منه، داره ارتباط میگیره. داره میگه به یه زوری معتقدش کردیم بابا این پسرتون نیست، این داره تو رو فریب میده، این شیطانه، این به قول معروف شره. یا خدا.
A demon. It was this demon. Yep.
That is so crazy, man. That it's willing to. It's very manipulative energy.
Super manipulative. Yep.
I'm excited though.
Yeah, be careful. If you're ever feeling off, just come out. Just take it. Don't be afraid. Take a break.
Yeah.
Just come out,
sit outside 5-10 minutes.
Like. Anything you do.
McIntyre, and then also we're out of state.
Conjuring House. Yeah, clear on the East Coast.
He's hosting an event.
Day here. Let's take our chances.
That's creepy.
Yeah, it was super creepy. It was super creepy.
میگه من ترجیح میدم همینجا بمونم، شما برید. ببین خودش این کار از 2300 تا تحقیق رفته. میگه برید من اینجا میمونم چون نمیام. وای من. فکر کنم این همون عکسیه که نقاشی کرده اون 2 نفر اولی سال 1990. این خونه کسی داخل زندگی نمیکنه ولی چقدر تریتم میشه.
Okay, everybody, so now that you know the history of the house, you know everything about this haunting, how bad it is, how evil it is. Today, even during the interviews, we've had technological difficulties. We've been setting stuff up in here for a while. We've heard noises. We felt very eerie vibes. Jeff has been covered in goosebumps multiple times. You guys know he's got empathic qualities. But this is the Sally House. This is one of the most infamous haunted locations in the U.S., supposedly haunted by this very, very powerful darkness. Now, tonight, we're going to start the investigation with a seance of sorts, so let's head on in. It's very creepy in here. We've got it all set up inside. We're going to open ourselves to the spirit and see if we can get it to come communicate with us by doing an old school, almost Victorian seance. So, yeah, we're about to just hit it and start rolling.
Here we are.
Here's Corey. This is the seance room. Okay, before we begin, Mary, what are you feeling tonight before we start all this? What are your hopes for the evening?
I hope we catch some evidence. I know even when he was going through and telling the stories, I felt something touching my legs, and I kept turning around thinking maybe it was just like a thread coming off the couch, but definitely, I haven't felt it now since we've been back tonight, but this afternoon I felt something touching my legs, so it's definitely creepy in here.
ببین این خانومایی که باشن الان معرفی نمی‌کنن، مثلا میگن مدیومن یا میتونن این موجودات احساس کنن یا ارتباط برقرار کنن. آدمای پری هستن مثل من نیستن اینجوری بهتون بگم مثلا میرن نه اینا حالا اینشالا شاید بزرگتر بشیم بتونیم کشف جذب کنیم ولی اینا آدما پری هستن که میتونن از خودشون مراقبت کنن.
Like charged energy again. So this is supposed to be the place. Let's see.
و شناخته شدن تو این ژانر.
Y'all haven't gone upstairs, right?
I haven't been upstairs.
Okay, me and Mary went upstairs and it was very creepy. So I'm excited to go into the children's room and see if anything moves or if we hear anything, and the master bedroom.
ببین این چه دل و جرأتی داره.
Personally, I'm excited to contact something dark. You guys know that I love dark energies. And just like Elijah told us earlier, we should call it out. So just a warning to you guys, we are going to be calling this thing out tonight. I know some people disagree with that method of investigation. We don't ever do that. But if this thing is hurting people, attacking people, driving people to almost commit murder, it's time to call this thing out and see if it's really as powerful as it claims it is. But I'm freaked out. It's creepy in here.
Yeah, and Elijah recommended that we do
داره هشدار
He told us that we should do this.
خطابش هشدار میده میگه نگاه نکنید اگر چون خیلی اتفاق افتاده که حتی اینجوری هم حمله
here as well. We have two static cameras set up while we do this experiment. One facing the basement where some of the activity has happened. One facing the upstairs on the stairway. So if we hear anything from other parts of the house that aren't this room, it'll be captured on those cameras. Courtney, I'm going to have you turn on the REM pod.
یا خدا روشن نکرده چی شد؟
What the hell?
What a great start.
No kidding.
Oh, the same light.
اینا چه دونه برایی؟
Green. On both REM pods, green.
Here?
So, to start the seance, I'm going to turn on these EMF pumps, EM pumps. They provide spirits with energy they can draw from to manifest. Oh, this one got a battery in it.
Oh.
دستگاه که انرژی رو مثل
اونا we've got these two EM pumps
انرژی میده.
Turned on. That anybody or anything in this house, Sally, if that's you, if you're evil, if you're a demon, if you want to hurt people, you like making them sad and cry, come through tonight. You can't use any of these other people as conduits, but if you want to hop into someone's body, I'm open for it. So, come on.
میگن میخوام وارد بدن کسی بشید تو بدن من. این چه
We're gonna leave this planchette right here, symbolizing that the portal is open. Now that we've turned these on, let's all hold hands for a second. I want everybody close your eyes, listen. If you hear anything, point it out. And I want everybody to stare into the black of your eyes, see if an image comes through. Because I had that happen to me the other day. Which is kind of weird. And if you see anything or feel anything, just say it.
عزیزای دل کیتاسیانی، امیدوارم تا اینجا این مستند لذت برده باشید. من خودم به شخص انقدر هیجان زده هستم که قطع کردم رفتم، بعدش شاید بگم 10 دقیقه رو متوجه شدم من این قسمت پایینی رو ضبط نکردم. برگشتم فقط تو خونه داره راه میرم، این انرژی و این هیجانی که دارم تخلیه کنم انقدر جذاب و من به دید من، نگاه من و این چیزایی که داره حقیقیه، 100% حقیقیه. چون کسایی داره میگن که شناخته شدن تو این ژانر، بین المللی هن، نامبر وانن، روس نیستن، ترک نیستن، عرب نیستن، کار درجه یک، کار نامبر وانه، کار شناخته شده است، کار با فکته. این داره چی میتونه بگم، من به شخصت داره لذت میبرم. دوستان اگر میخواید رگباری بذارم مطمئناً حمایت میکنه، شکی درش ندارم. پس بتونید کامنت، لایک یادتون نره دوستان، لایک کنید این ویدیو به افرادی بیشتر نشون بده، کانال زودتر بکشه بالا. لایک کردن این تاثیر به داخل یوتیوب، الگوریتم یوتیوب به لایکش بسته. بیشتر از این نمیخوام معرفی کنم دوستان. عاشقتونم، نمیدونم چجوری این عشق، این دوست داشتن، این انرژی که داره به من میده نمیدونم چجوری بهتون برگردونم. اینقدر که شما ماهید، اینقدر که شما عزیزید برای من، اینقدر که شما نسبت به من محبت دارید، تو کامنت ها لطف دارید نسبت به من واقعا نمیخوام چی میگن، چرا میخوام تملقتون رو بکشم، میخوام دو قربون صدقتون بشم. شما ماهید، شما ارزش دارید تملقتون رو بکشید. اینقدر که شما نسبت به من محبت دارید، چرا نباید تملقتون رو بکشید؟ شما تکی از عاشقانه دوستان لایک فراموش نشه. تا مستند بعدی دیگر، بدرود.